Hey there everyone, this is LifeRake. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 2. Today we are going to I'm going to try to do the rest of the 10th floor as well as the quest. And so we can do Hellion Tommorow because we're approaching a 3-day weekend. Well, for me it's a 3-day weekend, but I can explain this better. This weekend, I usually take weekends off, as you guys already know. I just don't do videos on weekends. I like to have free time. And on Monday is my birthday, and it's also the first day of classes, so I want to make sure I get everything done that I need to get done. So what I did is, in advance, I got the items we need for 2 of these quests here. There's like 4 quests we can do. Well, this one is just yeah, I know, it's one of those. People tell me not to get this quest until much later, until like 6th Stratum when you can actually complete it. And I'm like, well, you have to accept this quest in order to get other quests which you can get along the way to get this, yeah, you know. I have to accept this one in order to get other ones that also give rewards that are suitable for the time period that I get them. Like, if I accept this one, the quest that comes after it will give me a Fire Mist, which would be pretty useful against the Fire Zard sets and against the boss coming up. So it's like, well, it's kind of a double-edged sword. In addition, the 5 quest limit isn't too big of an issue. Or, I think it's actually 6. Well, regardless, the quest limit isn't going to be an issue for me, so let's just take it anyway. Taking that one, it's rougher than it looks. Yeah, we'll be working on it for a long time. A bit of history to start. You ever heard of the Master Craftsman? He lived in Lagar long ago, and he was talented. He even made the Duke's throne. His last work was on a chess set. You know, you don't know chess, it's a type of board game. See, there's 6 types of pieces in the chess, 32 total. Lots of craftsmen give their own special touches to the pieces. Some just collect them as art. The same for the Master Craftsman pieces. You get the drift, eh? One of the nobles around here is after the most important piece, the queen. There's a total of 2 queens, of course, but he just wants a queen. It's a rare piece, so you're on your own finding it, unless, well, if you meet someone who's got one, they want all the other pieces in trade. Good luck with this one. Yeah. And doing that gives you access to quid pro quo. Or, yeah, that. And Many Happy Returns is a unique quest. You have to traverse through the floors and find specific spots which contain a mineral or a jewel. And every floor up to the 10th floor has one. You can have, if you find as many as you can. Voltage McGammar has a Rock Hunt A, B, C, and D videos. So if you want to know the specific locations of all of them, I recommend you watch those. I'll put a link to those in the description. So if you want to know the true locations of all of them, that's where you want to go. Otherwise, I'm only going to get 3 of them. I'm going to get the one on the 1st floor, the 6th floor, and the 9th floor, so sorry I'm not going to be too much of a help there, but I don't want to tackle too much today. I'm just going to go for a minimal reward. So, and then there's this quid pro quo and volunteer service. I already have the materials in my inventory for both of these. I got them in advance, and I knew what they were because I do this on my DS before I do it here. So, let's see what we get. Noble wants the queen piece. As I told you before, it won't be easy to come across. Many nobles collect the Master Craftsman stuff, and they won't part with it for nothing. But they just might trade it to you if you have the piece they don't have. Now then, to tell you the truth, I myself have one of those chess pieces. A man was in here once and he paid using it. Alright, so here's what he needs. 1 blood rock, 1 red pine, and 3 tri-fruits. Give me all of that, and we'll be happy to go. I already collected all 3 of those, and I'm just gonna turn it in. You know what? Be bad. If I knew you were going to be bad quick, I'd have asked for more. Just kidding. Here's a chess piece. See you around. He also gives you a Fire Mist, which is what's worth about it. Therica AX for volunteer service 2. You need to go to the hospital and figure out what they want. They want 5 mint leaf and 3 bees tied, which was absolutely no problem to get, so I went ahead and got it. And we just turn that back in at the bar in order to get our prize, which is the Therica AX, yes. Which leaves only Happy Returns to be done for right now. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by going over down here on the 1st floor and just quickly getting the one at the top area. Those of you who've watched McGammar's EO2 LP know exactly where these points are. I know where a few of them are. The only one I don't know the location of, really, is the 10th floor one. Can't find it to save my life. The team I'm using, it's just it's 3 people. This is going to be for a specific reason later in the episode, but for right now it's just because of the simplicity of using them. Yep, and Flora go to level 7, how nice. Even though she's not going to, Flora is going to be used later for a few specific bosses to help revenge power up, but she's really just being left in reserve right now. So, yeah, it seems like I've abandoned her, but really, we're probably going to come back to her if I have to. If not, well, she's just going to stick around anyway, because there's quite a few events that require troubadours to get around with. So I'm going to quickly backtrack to the beginning of this floor. Okay, well, the one on the second stratum is extremely easy. It's just walk out the door, turn to your right, it's right here. Very easy one to get. I'm going to come back up. We're not going to run into a fight because I know we won't run into a fight. Let's go into forest entrance, geomagnetic pole. Let's make sure we have a warp wire. Do we have a warp wire? Yes, okay. Go over to geomagnetic pole, 8th floor. And as I said, I'm going to try to do the rest of the floor today, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around with these 3. I'm going to walk around as normal, but because Stalker is up, the chances of me running into a fight are nil to none. So I'm just going to walk around with that, and hopefully we can cover the rest of the floor today. Alright, so we're over here on the 9th floor, just on our way to the 10th floor. This is the location of the stone. Just make sure you're facing this way, and there's the 3rd stone I'm getting, and the last one. So now that we've gotten our 3 stones, we'll just turn that quest in at the end of the episode. Today we're going to cover the rest of the 10th floor, literally all of it. I'm going to see you guys up here when I reach this upper left area. Alright, now for the upper left corner of this floor. You're going to be deposited into a 3x3 room. There's no damage tiles or anything. There's just note that that this room isn't really important. It's just a connector. There's a one-way shortcut into this room, I think from up here. If not, we'll just change it in a little bit. Which is one of the major shortcuts on this floor to get to the end. Really, it's the only shortcut, and it just allows you to skip all this FOE nonsense down here. Over here, there's going to be 2 treasure chests in this upper left area, which is what we're interested in. There's also an event that is completely random, mind you, so it can either benefit you or hinder you. I'm not going to trigger it, but I'm going to let you guys know where it is. There's many different setups that the event can give you, depending on the luck of your characters. I think it's an average or something like that. So if you have a bad luck amongst all your team members, the chances of it giving you the bad event are high. If not, the chances of it giving you the bad event are lower. The good event is you get healed. The bad events, you start losing stuff. So over here is a Stonard, I think. Yes, this is a Stonard. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it. And up here is the second treasure chest. Now I'm gonna get ambushed by, like what? These 2? Who are these 2? I have no idea. We're just gonna have Flora stop them with slumber and just ignore that they exist. Just know that these two FOEs are just 2 Raise Kings, like right next to each other, and if you want to, this is a good place to kill 2 Raise Kings. Just try to get, if you're still trying to get their item or whatever, just whatever, they're just there. And up here is a Pale Round, which is a shield. I'm gonna equip this to my Lanchneck Gandra later. Just gonna pick it up for now and equip it to her later. I believe it's a shield for only Lanchnecks and Protectors, so if you don't have one of those 2, then this shield should not, you don't have to pay attention to this shield. Yeah, it's a Lanchneck Protector thing. So if you don't have a Lanchneck or a Protector for whatever reason, you don't have to pick that up. Yeah, those FOEs are on my case like I care. This is a loop, a 2x2, a 4x4 loop actually. Well, it does this, except not completely like that. And there's that, and I'm more mapping, and blah blah blah. Just let's see if a slumber can reach these two. Yes, here, put them to sleep for a little bit longer. Let's see, anything else around here? Just what's over here? Alright, there's this event. This is the Pile of Leaves event. This can be both either beneficial or against you. I'm not going to activate it. So, just know that it's there. It can either heal your characters, I think, pretty much. Heal both HP and TP, I don't quite remember. Or it can make you... It depends, actually. It's on how it works. It can make you lose money. It can make you lose an Amrita. It can make you lose a Therca B, I think. It has so much to it. I think it might just be an Amrita loss, but it really does depend on the characters you're using, and it's a weird event. It exists. Just figure it out. It's just a pain. Oh yeah, and by the way, over here is a random chop point. I think that's pretty much it for this segment. I'm gonna see you guys in a little bit as I get to the other area. Oh yes, and two-way shortcut right here. You may want to know this exists. Okay, so I'm gonna see you guys over in the southern area as I cover that. Alright, we have entered through the southern doors. I'm gonna go for the geomagnetic pole first, and then go over towards the secrets areas. Yeah, it has secret stuff, but you know. So let's go down here. Yeah, this is mostly just mapping and not much fighting, because I think my characters are starting to get into over-level territory, so I think doing this like so is just going to keep my levels in check. Because characters starting to enter level 26, when really they should be around level 25, 24 at this point, and we can fight the boss as the team is now, so this doesn't bug me too much. Helps me get this floor done faster and before the weekend approaches, so I think that's cool beans. Okay, we need to go south in order to get to the geomagnetic pole, so we're going to go this way first. And it's going to be a long passageway, and I think maybe an event. Jeez, I hate how when I pick the eraser, it erases the top left walls. It's just something that bugs me. Not so much something I can do about this. Four-corner area right here doesn't have anything. Whoops. Yeah, this little loop doesn't have anything. It's just blank. I'm just gonna color it in. They put it there just to fill in the labyrinth map. They're gonna be walking over this entire floor. And that's what we're doing this episode, just walking over this entire floor, completing a few quests that I prepared for so I wouldn't have to do it on screen, which is really pathetic because it's just item gathering anyway, something nobody would be really interested in anyway. And as I said, if you want to know, if you want to see all the rock positions, watch Voltage McGammar. He has found all of them. He did it blind too. Poor soul. His fans made him do him blind. That's just crazy. Well, then again, I'm going to be doing a lot of the in-game bosses blind, so I guess it's a fair trade. I think he did EO2 blind, kind of, pretty much. I'm mapping this wrong. No, this wall was right. I feel like I was mapping this wrong. Oh, whatever. Let's fill this in, and let's activate this geomagnetic pole. Let's get these doors mixed up. Let's fix this wall issue. This room is symmetrical, so I don't think there's any events in this room, though I could be wrong, because I didn't check the upper left niche. Is there anything here? No. Okay, so there's no events in this room. It's symmetrical. This way leads to a locked door. This way down here leads to a locked door. We have two walkable spaces in front of us. This leads to a locked door, yes. I've said that like 3 times now. Congratulations, I know how to repeat myself. Just go over here and map the rest of this. Should look like that. It's so much easier to do this on a DS, I swear. Oh, and yeah, awkward door placement. There we go. Alright, so that leaves one last segment of this map, which is on the other side, so I'm going to see you guys back in the room. Somehow I ran into a fight. But it wasn't a big deal, because Eric helped me escape. Oh, Stalker wore off. Should have been paying attention. Stalker does last a long time, so it's like 250 turns. It's like 8 in-game hours. That just it protects you for 8 in-game hours, so I never thought I would run out, but it did, so just had to replace it. And let's just go through here. I'm gonna go through a little bit of a passageway, and then you're gonna arrive at a dead end with a 4-way fork, but one of them's like an instant dead end. Stop picking up the doors. I don't have the problem picking up doors when I'm doing this with the finger. I think just doing this with a mouse is what's driving me nuts. There's a treasure box room thing. So it contains a fire mist, I think. Yes, good. Come over here, get a fire mist. This is good for the Hellion fight, as well as for any random Firezard fights you might still be running into. So pick it up, and if you can't use it immediately, just, you know, sell it. It's free money if you can't use it in any other fashion, so... That was an accident. Okay, now where this FOE will spawn, turn to your right, and there's going to be a secret passage. You're going to go in here, and the big deal is you need a Troubadour and a Dark Hunter to do these events. However, you are limited to a team of 3 for the Dark Hunter route. And I think maybe this wall has nothing. Yeah, that wall has nothing. So you need a Troubadour to enter here, because you need somebody with a discerning ear. Troubadour hums along with the scales. The force begins to change as though it's alive, and you can continue through. This is a Fate Beads, which is like a ton of luck. We're gonna get this to my Hexer soon. So it's very important that you pick this up, especially if you're having trouble getting the Chimera's drops. This is a very early time to get a very high luck item. It's like, what, 20 or 15? 20 luck. If you're having trouble getting Viper to lane poison on the Chimera, equip these luck beads to your Dark Hunter, and that should help you immensely. Also, just hold on to these luck beads, because you can't get luck beads until about the 4th stratum, naturally, so just hold on to these. These luck beads are useful, especially for any status inflictors you may have, or any Dark Hunters as well. What kind of FOEs is this? Is this just the Redwoods? If these are just the Redwoods, and whatever, they're not a problem. Still not going to bother running into them. Okay, so they come from both angles. Alright, so this is just a simple Redwood puzzle. You just do a little zigzag, and you'll be fine. Except I think no, I didn't put myself in a corner. Alright, so this isn't difficult at the slightest. You just have to trade places with these FOEs. Alright. Easy enough. Just gonna walk on these tiles just to kind of get them uncovered. I'll walk on the rest of the tiles on the off screen on the way back. That's right, because I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. Duh. Putting the doors in the wrong places. I believe there's an FOE that blocks your passage. Now, if you're using a Dark Hunter and you have Racket, and this guy's not a problem, you can also use just, you know, I'm gonna have Flora use Luring instead of Eric using Racket, for no particular reason at all. Just to get this, I don't know what FOE this is. I think this is a Raise King, but I can't quite remember at the moment. It's kind of escaped my head. So just going to map this in, and go through here. We're gonna be in a room with 2 treasure boxes. One of these is a whip, and the other is armor. Ringmail, which is very good defensive armor, and Rough Whip, which is a good whip, which will replace this Beast Tail. Yes, it will. And the Plate Mail also goes on you, I think. The Ring Mail, whatever. 36 defense. Very nice boost. So it is very much worth... Well, it's not actually super worth your time to come in here and get these. It's not that big of an improvement in the weapon or our armor, but it is here, so you can come and get it if you want to. I'm gonna map the rest of this area off screen. Then I'm gonna, you know, jump cut back. Well, this has been an interesting run, actually. Let's go ahead and get the team out. Tomorrow I'm going to do the Hellion, and then it's going to be a little while before the next video, so I wanted to get the Hellion done before the week was over, so that's why I wanted to do all this in one episode. I think I've already explained this, so this is just a little bit awkward, but that's okay. Let's go ahead, turn this in. So hey guys, as always, I thank you for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time, on Tuesday, possibly. Supposing Monday goes well, and if I have to change the schedule, I'll let you know. Later, guys.